Welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways, Coyote in the Highlands. I'm going to do a part 2 on the other people's importances video. When they get really long like that, sometimes I feel like I need to do a short coda, a short version of the second part, just to make it feel, just to get a conclusion in there, something solid and actionable. And so if you're under duress, if you're playing someone else's importances, if you're playing the part in their game, it's very hard to show genuine compassion and creative care because you're trapped, okay? You know, you can have programmed responses and get sucked in, but your genuine, aware compassion, creative care can't be there. You have to free yourself from that, okay? It's like being able to share compassion under duress. Situational duress is not, that doesn't seem possible. This whole thing is a trick based off of false pretenses. It's usually some program that people are running on. So, removing yourself from others' influence can seem like it's lacking in compassion and care. This is the big thing. This is the big hook that keeps people trapped. You seem like you're a dick. You seem like you lack compassion or care if you don't follow someone else's importances. Being independent and having your own importances and not getting sucked into the trap seems inconsiderate, in fact. Your goal here is to absolutely do that. Not to seem inconsiderate, but to free yourself from those other importances. Don't let someone else determine your importances or suck you in to their dramas, their llamas, their programs, because they're taking away your freedom and yourself. Okay, they're using you as a prop. They're not, there's no connection there. Connection at that level is very difficult because all I can see of you is my perception of you. You know, getting that really deep, intimate contact requires some exercises and some brain stuff and some neurology stuff and some enlightenment stuff, some spiritual stuff. And even then we don't know if we're really, really connecting. I suspect we are. But the stuff that people are enforcing is just, they're using you as a prop. They are, in essence, denying your humanity in a very real sense. Not out of evil, not out of a desire to make you less, but you need to free yourself from that. It can seem incompassionate. It can seem inconsiderate. Give them grace. Give them attention. Give them recognition for their humanity. Don't get sucked in. Keep that wall up. Ask yourself the question. This is a very hard one at first. This is a really, really hard one at first. But ask yourself the question. Am I doing this because I want to? Am I sharing actual interaction with this person? Or are we running a program? Are we running a program to make some anxiety go away? To make some security happen? Stop that. Free yourself. This is a really hard one. Really, really, really hard one for a lot of people. But it's a really important one. Free yourself from those influences. It seems inconsiderate in a lot of social settings, family settings. Everyone in your family has buttons they can push on you that are just insane. Get away from it. Deny it. Say, hey, this isn't my comfortable spot. Come up with some other way to spend time. People don't often have the ability to spend time with each other. They have time. What they are willing to do, though, is run an activity program and have other people involved so that there's a barrier for the sharing. These activities, these enforcements, the frantic, we're going to have a good time no matter what, that's often a barrier so that they can kind of feel like you're sharing space near them, but not really with them. People are very uncomfortable with that level of closeness at certain times of their lives, phases of development, whatever it is. I don't always like it. But if I'm going to spend time with people that way, I would rather do it that way. Full involvement, like really full involvement, rather than fake involvement of mandatory fun. So, really think this through. Really work on being conscious. It's okay to participate. It's okay to participate if you can stay grounded and remember yourself and give yourself permission to relax, give yourself permission to be aware, give yourself permission to leave. Just be like, yeah, I got to go for a few minutes. Give yourself permission. If you can keep your center and participate, that's fine. It's compassionate to do that for people, but it's not compassionate to yourself or to others to get trapped in it, okay? You got to avoid the trap. It's an enforcement of other people's neuroses on your actions. So that's kind of the big deal here. This conversation, I want to make sure I've gotten all of the notes on there. Draw you in. And yes, you are often tricked into playing out these dramas, and that's one of the things to watch out for is the tricks, the subtle manipulations. Really look for that, because the goal here is to maintain your independence, not your ego. Your independence so that you can maintain awareness and then not fall into programs where your mind will be counterproductive to your growth. Okay, you're trying to kind of bring the mind in alignment with your goals instead of having it to distract you from your goals. That's about it. There's discipline. I hate to use that word, but there is discipline in doing this. There's a constant state of remembering. Don't worry about whether or not you're doing a very good job of it. It will, if you try and you make it a focus and you tell your brain, your mind, that it's important, it will become important. Do your independence. Maintain your independence, Participate willingly in the things that you want to participate in. Give of yourself lovingly when you need to, but don't get sucked into the tricks and the traps. This is a huge trap. This is a set of social behaviors that denies genuine involvement and acknowledgement of humanity. I think that the idea of silent space, sharing space, sharing the stuff, sitting around the campfire quietly, just being there with each other is a much better deal than telling bullshit stories at a bar. Enjoy the space together. You don't need a TV in between you. All right? Stay sideways.